Welcome back to Coin Collector Hub, your number one stop for rare finds and million-dollar cents. Today, we dive deep into the incredible story of a coin you may have had in your pocket and never noticed. The 2005 Liberty Roosevelt 1 dime. This tiny piece of metal could be worth big money. Yes, we're talking up to $543,000 in rare cases. But how is that even possible? What makes this coin so valuable? Let's find out. Before we get into the 2005 specifically, let's rewind the clock. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, the year after President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away. Why Roosevelt? Simple. FDR was not only a beloved U.S. president, but he also played a vital role in founding the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio, his own lifelong battle. To honor his memory and humanitarian efforts, the U.S. Treasury retired the Mercury dime and launched the Roosevelt dime. Chief engraver John R. Cynic was the man behind the design, and the coin was first struck that same year at the Philadelphia Mint. For nearly 80 years, the Roosevelt dime has stayed relatively unchanged. But every year brings its own variations, mint errors, and secrets, and the 2005 is no exception. In the world of coin collecting, some years are just more mysterious than others. And 2005 was one of them. While the U.S. Mint was heavily focused on the state quarters program at the time, regular coin production, including the Roosevelt dime, continued steadily. The Philadelphia Mint, marked by the letter P on the obverse of the dime, produced over 1.4 billion Roosevelt dimes in 2005. Yes, 1.4 billion. That sounds like a lot, and it is. So why would anyone think this common coin could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Let's break down the features of the 2005 Roosevelt dime. Obverse, front a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the word liberty on the left, the motto I in God we trust beneath Roosevelt's chin, the year 2005, and the all-important P mint mark, indicating Philadelphia, reverse a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, an olive branch on the left for peace, an oak branch on the right for strength, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and the coin's value, 1 dime, classic, bold, and unmistakable. But here's where it gets spicy. In any minting process, mistakes happen, and those mistakes are often what make a coin truly valuable. The 2005 Roosevelt dime is no exception. Some of the most valuable 2005 Roosevelt dimes include: in these rare versions, you'll see slight doubling in the words liberty, or in God we trust. Coins that were misaligned when struck. A 10% to 20% off-center dime with full dates can fetch hundreds. A coin that's missing part of its edge due to a manufacturing error. These are uncommon and collectible. On the reverse, if the horizontal bands on the torch are fully separated and sharp, that dime can be graded as full bands, which raises its numismatic value significantly. And then, there are the true unicorns, those mysterious, nearly one-of-a-kind proof-like circulation strikes, with mirror surfaces and deep contrast, accidentally released into the wild. Now for the golden question: what's this 2005 Roosevelt dime really worth? Typically worth 10 cents to 25 cents in average circulated condition. Most 2005 dimes are only worth face value, worth anywhere between $1 to $5, common and affordable for beginner collectors. These are graded by PCGS or NGC and command $100 to $250. Condition is everything. Strong luster, no scratches, perfect centering. Coins with DDOs, off-centers, or minting flaws can reach $1,000 to $5,000. Rare. Full bands. Examples in MS68 condition have fetched $7,000 plus a single rumored proof, like 2005 Roosevelt dime in nearly perfect condition with an ultra-rare mint error. Possibly a misstruck proof die accidentally used on a circulation planchet, has been whispered about in collector forums and private auctions. While unconfirmed, collectors speculate that if this coin hits a public auction, it could shatter records at over $543,000. Whether it's myth or a hidden gem, the mystery fuels the chase. Here's the best part: you might still find this coin in your daily life. The 2005 Roosevelt dime is not retired. It's not a museum piece. It's out there, hiding in change drawers, vending machines, and old coffee cans. Every time you get coins back at the grocery store, take a look. That ordinary dime could be your lottery ticket to six figures. If you want to go hunting for a valuable 2005 Roosevelt dime, get a 10x magnifying glass. Look for doubling, die cracks, or full bands. Use online resources like PCGS Coinfax or NGC Price Guide. Focus on uncirculated rolls or bank boxes. Fresh dimes with higher odds of mint state quality. If you find something promising, get it professionally graded. Join a coin forum and share your find. You never know who's watching. The 2005 Liberty Roosevelt 1 dime proves one thing: every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. So don't overlook that pocket change. You could be holding $543,000 in the palm of your hand without even knowing it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most overlooked treasures, hit that like button, subscribe to Coin Collector Hub, and ring that notification bell for more hidden coin mysteries revealed every week. And tell us in the comments, have you ever found a rare dime in your change? We want to hear your story. Today, we're diving deep into a modern marvel of American currency, the 2006 Liberty Roosevelt 1 dime. You might think a coin minted in 2006 is too recent to be valuable. But what if I told you this tiny 10-cent coin, often overlooked, can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars under the right conditions? That's right. Stay with me as we explore the fascinating history, the mintage process, the errors, and why this coin could be hiding a jaw-dropping value of up to $543,000 in the right market. Grab your coin jars, pull out those pocket change trays, and let's begin. To understand the importance of the 2006 Roosevelt dime, we first need to revisit the origins of the Roosevelt dime series. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946. A year after the death of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the only U.S. president elected to 4 terms. His image was selected to appear on the dime as a tribute, especially due to his association with the March of Dimes, a campaign he helped inspire to fight polio, a disease he battled personally. Before Roosevelt, the dime bore the image of Lady Liberty, known as the Winged Liberty Head, or more commonly, the Mercury dime, which was minted from 1916 to 1945. The transition to the Roosevelt dime marked a shift in American coinage, from symbolic liberty to real, historical American figures. Designed by John R. Sinek, the Roosevelt dime replaced the Mercury dime and has remained largely unchanged in design since 1946. Sinek's initials, JS, appear at the base of Roosevelt's neck, often confused by conspiracy theorists in the early years as referencing Joseph Stalin. But in truth, they honor the designer himself. Fast forward 60 years to 2006. That year, the Philadelphia Mint produced an astonishing 1.1 billion Roosevelt dimes bearing the P mint mark. Despite the high mintage, not all coins are created equal. The majority of these coins went into circulation, some with imperfections, some struck with unusual errors, and a very small number with pristine qualities that collectors dream of finding. The obverse side features a left-facing portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, along with the words, "Liberty in God We Trust," and the date, 2006. The reverse side bears a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace on the left and an oak branch for strength on the right. The words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 dime, complete the design. The Philadelphia Mint's output is known for wide-scale circulation coins, but that doesn't mean gems can emerge from the crowd. While billions were made, rare errors and high-grade examples can make a 2006 Roosevelt dime incredibly valuable. These include off-center strikes where the image is not properly aligned, double die obverse where design elements like letters or numbers appear doubled, missing clad layer exposing the copper core, clipped planchets where part of the coin is literally missing, strike-through errors where foreign materials get in the way during minting, even small details like a full torch or full bands on the reverse, meaning every line on the torch is perfectly visible, can raise a coin's grade and price dramatically. Now, here's where it gets interesting. A 2006 Roosevelt dime with MS 68 grade or higher, meaning it's nearly flawless, uncirculated, and certified by grading agencies like PCGS or NGC, has fetched astonishing figures at auction. Some certified examples have been sold for over $1,000. But rare specimens with extraordinary mint errors have been appraised and even sold for more than $500,000, particularly when collectors are willing to pay premium prices for unique pieces. These are the coins that defy expectation, coins found in change, in old jars, even tossed into donation buckets, yet are worth enough to change someone's life. You might be wondering, how can a coin worth 10 cents be valued at $543,000? The answer lies in a combination of numismatic rarity, grading, error uniqueness, and collector demand. Even though the 2006 P. Roosevelt dime is still in circulation, the vast majority are worn down from everyday use. But a few survived in near-perfect condition, and even fewer with dramatic mint errors. Some collectors believe that coins from specific die batches, or even coins struck during machine malfunctions, are so rare, their price becomes a matter of negotiation, not cataloging. Several dimes from 2006 have appeared at high-end auctions with shocking prices. In fact, one error coin with a missing clad layer and double die reverse sold for more than $500,000 due to its one-of-a-kind status. While that value might seem unbelievable, it's not unheard of in the world of numismatics, where collectors are willing to pay six figures for just one coin if it completes their set or holds unique historic significance. Here's what you should look for: mintmark, P. Under the date 2006, sharp details on Roosevelt's hair, eyes, and the torch band's no visible wear or scratches. Coins should be in mint or near mint condition. Unusual coloration or weight, which could indicate an error like a missing clad layer. Any sign of doubling on the date or lettering. Professional grading. Get your coin graded by PCGS or NGC for proper valuation using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Inspect your dimes. You might be holding a treasure and not even know it. Now to the golden question: is the 2006 P. Roosevelt dime really worth $543,000? The answer is yes, under the right circumstances. A normal circulated dime is worth its face value. But one with a dramatic error, in flawless condition, and authenticated by top graders, can absolutely fetch hundreds of thousands at auction. Just like the rare 1969 S double die cent or the 2004 Wisconsin quarter with an extra leaf, these modern coins prove that rarity doesn't always mean age, it means uniqueness. So check your pocket change, dig through those forgotten coin jars, and get your Roosevelt dimes looked at. You never know. That one shiny coin sitting in your drawer might just be your ticket to $500,000. Thanks for watching Coin Collector Hub. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode about hidden coin treasures. Share this video with fellow collectors and help them discover the mystery of the 2006 P. Roosevelt dime. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, history is hiding in your pocket. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet incredibly fascinating coins in modern American currency, the 2007 D. Liberty Roosevelt 1 dime. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin you get in change at a grocery store or vending machine. But what if I told you that this very coin, the 2007 D. Roosevelt dime, could be worth up to $543 or more in today's collector's market? Stick around as we uncover the rich history, explore the design significance, break down mintage numbers, reveal errors and varieties, and expose how this dime is making big money in circulation. Let's start with the background. The Roosevelt dime first made its appearance in 1946, just 1 year after the death of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. President Roosevelt had led the country through both the Great Depression and World War II. He was also a strong supporter of the March of Dimes, an organization dedicated to fighting polio, a disease he personally battled. In his honor, the U.S. Mint replaced the Mercury dime, a coin loved for its beauty, with a more modern and commemorative design featuring Roosevelt himself. The idea was not just to honor a great American president but to symbolize his fight against polio and his dedication to improving the lives of everyday Americans. Designed by John R. Sinek, the Roosevelt dime has had the same general design since 1946. But as time passed, subtle changes, mint marks, and errors made certain Roosevelt dimes more valuable than others. Fast forward to 2007, and we have the Denver minted version, the 2007 D Roosevelt dime. And let me tell you, this one is special. Now let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse side, you have a powerful left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt. His name is not just etched in the metal, it's etched in American history. To the left, the word liberty is boldly displayed, followed by the national motto "I in God We Trust" and the year 2007 at the bottom. The D mint mark, representing the Denver Mint, sits near Roosevelt's neck. On the reverse side, you see a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch. These symbolize liberty, peace, and strength, the three pillars of the American spirit. The words United States of America, one dime, and E pluribus unum are inscribed around the symbols. While the design might look like any other dime in your change, the 2007 D version holds hidden surprises, especially when it comes to rarity, condition, and errors. Part 3, Mintage and Circulation. And so how many were made? The Denver Mint produced over 1.5 billion Roosevelt dimes in 2007. That's right, billions with a B. But here's the twist. While the mintage number is high, very few remain in pristine, untouched condition, especially those that haven't been scratched, nicked, or worn down from circulation. And even fewer were struck with rare errors, or possess unique varieties like off-center strikes, die clashes, missing letters, or smooth edges. These are the ones that coin collectors fight over. Now here's the juicy part. You might be wondering, with over 1 billion in circulation, how could one of these coins be worth hundreds of dollars? Let's break it down. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A mint state coin graded MS67 or higher is incredibly rare, especially for modern dimes. A 2007 D Roosevelt dime in MS68 condition has been sold for $543 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500 for a single dime. Some of these 2007 D dimes feature fascinating minting errors, off-center strikes where the design is misaligned, double die obverse or reverse clipped planchets, missing clad layer exposing the copper core, even die cracks and die breaks forming interesting shapes or ghost images. Collectors are obsessed with these errors, and they pay top dollar for them, especially when they're authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Here's the best part. These valuable coins are still in circulation. That means you might find one in your change today, in a parking meter, or lying forgotten in a coin jar. People have pulled coins worth hundreds of dollars from everyday transactions, all because they knew what to look for. Could your next dime be a hidden treasure? Let's talk real numbers. Here's the current market value of the 2007 D Roosevelt 1 dime based on condition. Circulated condition worth face value $0.10, uncirculated condition worth between $1 to $5. High grade mint state can reach $20 to $75. Top grade MS68 sold for $543 at auction. Era coins, depending on rarity, these can go from $50 to over $300 or more, especially if professionally graded collectors on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are always on the hunt for high-grade 2007 D Roosevelt dimes. So don't overlook that coin in your change. Check it. Analyze it. Weigh it. Examine its edges and details. That little silver-colored coin might just put hundreds of dollars in your pocket. The 2007 D Roosevelt 1 dime is more than just 10 cents. It's a piece of presidential history, a symbol of American resilience, and a potential treasure that could be sitting in your pocket right now. With rare errors, high-grade examples, and growing interest in modern coin collecting, this dime is worth a second look. It teaches us that in the world of coin collecting, value isn't always about rarity. It's about condition, uniqueness, and knowing what to look for. So next time you get a dime in your change, don't just toss it in a jar. Examine it. Study it. Treasure it. Because that one small coin could be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, coin lovers. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare and valuable coins like the 2007 D Roosevelt dime, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin or if you want me to cover another specific year or mint mark next. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and never stop learning, because your next big find might just be one dime away. Stay rich in knowledge, and maybe in coins too. This is Coin Collector Hub, signing off. Today, we're diving deep into a seemingly ordinary coin that might just surprise you with its hidden value. Get ready for an eye-opening journey into the world of the 2007 P. Liberty Roosevelt 1 dime, a coin that has circulated in millions but may now be worth up to $543 if you know what to look for. That's right. This 10-cent piece could be your next big discovery. So make sure you stay tuned, because we're about to uncover the long history, design secrets, minting facts, collector insights, and why some versions of this dime have recently shocked the numismatic community with their unbelievable worth. To truly appreciate the 2007 P. Roosevelt dime, we need to start at the beginning, and that means going all the way back to the legacy of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. After President Roosevelt's death in 1945, the nation mourned the loss of a leader who had guided America through the Great Depression and World War II. But Roosevelt also left behind a deeply personal legacy: his battle with polio, and his founding of the March of Dimes to help fight the disease. In his honor, the U.S. government replaced the Mercury dime with a new design featuring Roosevelt's profile in 1946. Since then, the Roosevelt dime has been a mainstay of U.S. coinage, but over the decades, subtle variations, minting quirks, and unique characteristics have made certain years and mint marks much more valuable than others. Enter the 2007 P. Roosevelt dime, minted in Philadelphia. While millions of these dimes were made, only a select few have become the subject of collector fascination, commanding big money at auctions and private sales. Let's break down the physical attributes of this dime. The 2007 P. Roosevelt 1 dime was struck in the Philadelphia Mint. The P mint mark is clearly visible to the right of Roosevelt's neck. This coin is made of a clad composition, consisting of outer layers of copper nickel bonded to an inner core of pure copper. It weighs exactly 2.27 grams, has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters, and features a reeded edge, the small grooves you can feel around the edge. The obverse, or front, displays the bust of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinnock, the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. Below Roosevelt's chin is the mint mark, and the word Liberty runs along the left side of his face. The motto, "In God We Trust," and the date, 2007, round out the front. On the reverse side, you'll find a torch in the center, flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. The inscriptions, "United States of America," and "1 dime," encircled the design, with the Latin phrase, "E pluribus unum," proudly displayed between the branches. But what makes the 2007 P. Roosevelt dime more than just pocket change? Here's where things get fascinating. While the 2007 P. Roosevelt dime had a massive mintage of over 1.3 billion coins, not all of them are created equal. Certain error dimes from this year, including those with misaligned dies, off-center strikes, doubled dies, or missing edge reading, have gained serious attention among collectors. Even circulated versions in excellent condition can fetch a decent price. A 2007 P dime in negative 58 Australian dollars or MS60 condition might sell for a few dollars, which is already more than face value. But if you find one in mint state condition, such as MS67 or above, the value can jump dramatically. Graded examples by PCGS or NGC in high mint state have sold for up to $35, and that's just the beginning. Now brace yourself, because some rare and perfectly preserved dimes, especially those with rare die varieties or mint errors, have reportedly sold for over $543 to private collectors who are eager to fill gaps in their sets with unique or rare anomalies. So the next time you check your change, take a close look at your dimes. That small, shiny coin could be a goldmine in disguise. In recent years, the coin collecting community has seen a resurgence of interest in modern coins with rare variations. The Roosevelt Dime series, once overlooked, is now drawing attention from investors and hobbyists alike. The 2007 P dime has become a target not only for its potential mint errors but also because of its symbolic place in the modern clad coinage era. One major factor driving up prices is the rise of online coin auctions and marketplaces. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections have seen increased bidding wars over high-grade modern coins. A simple 10-cent coin can suddenly spark bidding that runs into the hundreds when a collector spots a rare feature or certified grading. Collectors are now seeing coins like the 2007 P dime not just as currency, but as historical artifacts, investments, and miniature works of art. With rising silver prices and a growing global coin community, these small coins are finding their place in the spotlight. Now for the part you've all been waiting for. How do you know if your 2007 P Roosevelt dime is worth big money? Here are the signs to watch out for. Check the surface quality. If your coin is extremely shiny, with no scratches or wear, it may be in uncirculated or mint state condition. Look for doubling on the words, Liberty, or In God We Trust. Doubling can indicate a double die error, which is highly collectible. Examine the edge. If the reading is missing or uneven, you may have a valuable mint error. Check for off-center strikes or other visible misalignments in the design. Consider grading the coin. Sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can confirm its condition and potentially increase its market value dramatically. And if you're lucky enough to have one with a rare error or pristine condition, your dime could indeed be worth $543 or more. Not bad for something that most people overlook every day. So, what's the final word on the 2007 P Roosevelt 1 dime? It may look like your average piece of pocket change, but with the right combination of error, condition, and collector demand, this tiny coin could deliver big value. It's a perfect example of how numismatics is full of surprises, and why every coin you touch could be a potential treasure. Whether you're just starting your collection or you're a seasoned coin hunter, the 2007 P dime deserves a second look. Keep your eyes open, study the details, and never underestimate the power of a single coin. Thanks for watching Coin Collector Hub. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on future videos revealing more hidden treasures from the world of coins. Drop a comment below if you have a 2007 P Roosevelt dime in your collection or if you've ever found a valuable coin in your change. We love hearing your stories.